Welcome back over to DGOT, the Instant Reactions. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Me and Dustin are going to talk about the somewhat newly released Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. I picked the first one many moons ago, Ready or Not, during one of our haven't seen it months, just because I saw, like on the dead meat kill count, like the first Ready or Not had so many millions of views. I was like, I got to check this out. Like I wasn't familiar with Samara Weaving's game or nothing. I thought the movie was pretty good. I gave it like a 7 out of 10. I can't remember my exact qualms with it, but for the most part, I liked it. Like I don't really hate any radio silence movies. I think they have a style, and I think they're good at it. And I think Ready or Not Two is continues that trend. I may like this one more than the first one, honestly, just because I had fun with it. Like I saw this movie late at night. Like I went to a 9:30 screening because me and that was the day that me and you interviewed Fabian Therese, and
Yeah.
so I couldn't make the earlier one. So I went late at night, and I was worried I was gonna be tired because the movie didn't start till almost 10. But I was entertained throughout. The only time it really kind of lost me was with the stuff at the end, the cult stuff. But we can talk about that in the in our cons. But I mean, this is just a popcorn horror movie, and I liked it. I had fun with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just looked it up. We were very close together on our scores for Ready or Not, the first one. You gave it a 7, I gave it a 7.25. And for some reason that movie is one of those that, like, I know I've seen it, we reviewed it, but when I'm thinking about it, it's like I can't remember much about it. I know the premise,
Yeah,
and I remember like the ending scene, the ending shot of her on the steps. But it wasn't a very memorable movie for me, and I think that has more to do with me than the movie itself. I just don't remember it for whatever reason, whatever was going on at the time in my
I think I
life.
know. I think I know why.
Was I drunk?
No,
Um,
you hate her scream.
well, that's
Just
true.
block it out.
We'll get to that. But I was gonna go see this one no matter what. Obviously, I go see a lot of movies, and especially horror. If it's playing, I'll go see it, and if it's supposed to be a good movie, I'll definitely go see it. Or if it's got some buzz, and this one did. So I too like Radio Silence. Big fan of friend of the show, Guy Busick. I'd love to have him back on because he's released quite a bit since we talked to him last. So I'd love to have
He's
him
been
back
working.
on. He's been working. Um, but yeah, I thought this movie. I don't know that I would necessarily say it's better than the first, but I
It's
think
on
I
par.
I think I enjoyed it more than the first. Maybe that's because I don't remember much about the first, but I had a lot of fun with this one too. Um, yeah, it was a good time at the theater. So
Yeah.
I saw it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the same day you did, but I saw it obviously earlier in the day. And yeah, I just think it's a fun movie.
Yeah, I agree 100%. We'll just jump into our pros first. I love Samara Weaving. I think she's one of the biggest scream queens out right now. Final girls, whatever you want to call her. I like the Scream person. I think she's got one of the better ones. I know that you don't agree with that, but she's
Mm.
to me. I think her acting, like she's a really good actress, but to me, like she really shines in those moments where like she's treating her injuries, like when
Mm.
she's pulling that. Like she has great facial acting, great emotional acting. That's why I liked her so much in Azrael. I know you weren't the biggest fan of that movie,
Yeah,
but I thought like she carried the whole weight of that movie on her shoulders, and I thought she did good with that.
she
Catherine
had to.
Newton, I'm gonna do what?
She had to carry that movie. There was five lines of
Yeah, there was no
dialogue said the
dialogue. There was no
entire.
dialogue. So yeah, but like her action and acting and facial acting, like that's all she could do, and I like that. Catherine Newton, I'm a big fan. I think she's just a really fun actress. Like
Yeah.
you're not like I'm not saying she can't act serious, but we haven't seen it yet. But like she was the comedy relief. Her and Kevin Durand in Abigail. I really
Mm-hmm.
like her. She was great and freaky. Like I'm just a Catherine Newton fan. Like she brought this a lightheartedness to the movie that I really appreciated. Elijah Wood was great as the lawyer, like his little sarcastic little self. Thought he was great. I'm sure you'll agree with me on this as well. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Sean Hannity, they were really good as the twins. I really like Sean Hannity especially. Like he had just a really strong presence. There were a lot of good kills, a lot of good effects. That it just wasn't boring. Like I can appreciate the fact that the movie just I wasn't bored throughout. Like because I was scared that it might get slow in the middle or it might get monotonous. Or I'm not saying there weren't some frustrating things in the middle, but like I was never not locked in and not entertained. And that's my pros of the movie. Like it's just fun and entertaining, and the acting is I won't say it's I mean it's no A24 or nothing, but it's good. And I'm just joking around about that. And I had something else I was going to say, but I forgot. Go ahead. What are your
Yeah,
pros?
my pros. I mean,
Oh, I
Samara
got.
Weaving.
It's
Go ahead.
nostalgic too. Like a
Okay.
lot of the characters are nostalgic, like Elijah Wood from
Oh
the
yeah.
Faculty, the '90s. Sarah Michelle Gellar, obviously. David Cronenberg appearance that was cool. Kevin
Yeah.
Durand, it was nice to see him as well. He's not nostalgic, but he's just a fun actor.
Love him.
He's never like whenever you see his face on screen, you're like, hell yeah, Kevin
Yeah.
Durand.
Yeah. Samara Weaving is great. She is. Let me start that because she'll come up again in my negatives. But she is really good. And Catherine Newton is great as well. You know, she kind of reminds me of like a Jason Sudeikis. Like whatever they're in, they're gonna make you laugh and they're gonna bring just a positive energy to them. And that's not to say, like you said, that they couldn't do more serious stuff. But what they're in, they're the light of the scene. They
Mm-hmm.
make you laugh. They your attention gravitates towards them. And yeah, I'm a big fan of hers as well. And I thought their chemistry was really good.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
Elijah Wood, what what movie was he in recently? That
The monkey.
yeah,
You didn't care for him in that though.
wasn't that? I watched something else that he was in. But anyway, um, oh, the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah,
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 yeah. So like I'm really liking Elijah Wood getting these kind of smaller role, which this is a bigger role than he had in Toxic Avenger or the Monkey, but I'm really liking him in these roles, like getting into horror and being a positive impact on the movie. Sarah Michelle Gellar, of course, it's great to see her. I'm glad that David Cronenberg was on that side of the camera. We'll just leave it at that. I'm not the biggest fan of his movies. Whatever, they're okay, and some of them are really good, but as a whole, just whatever. But to me, my biggest positive to the movie, there's a lot of action, a lot of blood, and I thought all that looked great. But the biggest positive to me was the comedy was actually really funny.
yeah.
This movie, there was several times during this movie that I audibly laughed out loud,
Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't happen that often. Like I'll watch a movie and it's like, oh, that's funny, but I'll think that to myself and I won't say anything. I won't even make a noise. This movie actually had me laughing. The two Indian brothers, Madhu and Viraj, played by, I'm probably going to butcher this, Varun Saranja and Nadeem Umar Kitab. I thought they were great, especially
It,
the one.
yeah, Madhu, like he was such a
Yeah,
bitch too.
yeah, dude. He was so funny, especially at the end when he's like, "Ha ha! I survived! I survived!" Like that was so funny.
Just
So
volunteered his wife to. We're spoiling, by the way. Volunteering his
yeah,
wife to go to the battle.
there you go. I wasn't sure how much we were going to spoil, but yeah, signing. He's like, "I'll sign everything over. It's fine." And then he's just chilling, eating ice cream and everything, hiding. He was hilarious.
He was
And
funny.
obviously Kevin Durant. I've been very vocal about my love for him. He's one of those two that there's a certain actors and actresses that they're not traditionally leads in their work, but they're great supporting actors. And he's one of those. Everything he's in, no matter how brief, I'm like, I love that guy. And no matter what his performance is, I think it impacts my thoughts on the movie just because I have such a positive feeling towards him.
Yeah, I was gonna say that probably helped Clown in the Cornfield a lot for you,
It
just him
did.
being in it.
It did, and that's a good example because I didn't necessarily love his character in that, and
But it's
but
him though.
it's him. Love the guy. I'd love to have him on. Um, that was crazy. You know what? That's a 15-yard penalty on me. Um, but anyway, I'd love to have
We'll
him.
grow up one day.
I'd love to have him as a guest on the podcast.
There you go.
But no, I think that everything worked for me story wise because we all had these doubts or these questions like, what are they going to do?
Yeah,
Like based on how the first one ended, how are they going to do this? And I think they did a fine job of making me like, okay, this is how they're doing it. That's fine. That works. I didn't have a huge problem with any of it. Now, I see what you're saying, I think, about the cult stuff at the end, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But as far as an overall story, I think it worked well enough for me to be like, okay, I buy this. This is fine. There's so many sequels that we see that I'm like, why?
yeah,
We didn't need this. We didn't care about this. This one took it a different direction. They gave us a new wrinkle instead of giving us more exposition about a character's backstory, or. So I think that was fine. And Yeah, I mean that pretty much sums it up. Like I said, it's a fun movie. So for me, what makes a movie fun? A lot of times it's how much did I laugh and have a good time doing it. I laughed a lot, so
I
yeah.
got one more positive I forgot to mention, but there's a fight scene and like towards the middle of the movie where both the sisters, Grace and Faith, are fighting. I thought that was choreographed so good in the song choice,
The song
uh,
choice.
Total Eclipse of the Heart. Dude, I
That
thought it was
was
awesome.
it was
And like
so
the
good.
fight was funny, but it was serious too because like Samara and the girl she's fighting, they both got pepper sprayed, so they're just like
Yeah.
swinging on air. Dude, it was so
we got
funny.
we got that wide shot and we can see how far away apart they are and
Yeah.
they're swinging. Dude, that was one of those times I laughed out loud. That was incredible.
Dude, and the effects were so good. Like when like
Yeah.
the glass was in Samara's arm. Now,
Yeah.
one qualm I did have is like I think it was Samara who got stabbed by Sarah Michelle Gellar's character. How the fuck did that pin get that far through her when she was laying on the ground? You know what I'm talking about? Towards the end,
Yeah.
where she got that giant like spike
It
shoved through her arm.
it
Like
wasn't
there was
poking
like
out the
this much
back.
sticking out the other side, but like she was laying on like the like driveway. I was like, how did that get that far through? But
Yeah,
that's
that's a
just a
good point.
nitpick. Like a lot of my qualms are just nitpicks, except like the cult stuff at the end.
Yeah.
But you want to go first with the qualms?
My biggest qualm is the exposition dump we got between
Grace and
Grace and
Faith.
Faith because of like it's fine to tell us how or why they had the falling out. That's something we need to know if you're going to give us characters that are sisters and haven't talked to each other in years. And wait a minute, we just watched a whole movie with her and she was an only child. Apparently, we didn't. Sister, where's this come from? It's fine to explain why they don't have the best relationship. I think there's a different time to do it. Like to me, they should have
Yes, to
maybe
me it was when they did it. It's like
yeah.
they're being chased and like they're stopping in the
Yes.
middle of the woods. They're in the middle of this open room while they're getting hunted. It's like this ain't the time for this.
Sprinkle that in when Faith shows up at the hospital and she's like, "Oh, you're living in New York, blah 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 blah," and well, you're the one that left me and ran away to New York, and have that moment there. I think it fits better. And then because also it didn't work when they kind of bonded, or they've been at least looking out for each other, saving each other's hides, and then they have that moment where they talk about it, air their grievances, and we think everything's good.
Then they crash out again.
And then immediately, which, hey, that is women. Just because I say I forgive you and everything's good doesn't mean it's going to be good in 30 seconds. But, it's just, it's like, wait a minute, I thought they were good. What are you talking about? I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. And I didn't really like that. That was my biggest issue with the movie. And then, some of the ritual stuff at the wedding, I was like, I don't really care for. Just like her finding the loophole that she finds, I was like, it's a little too convenient. Like I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I
I
don't,
agree.
I don't know, but it's minor. And then another nitpick that I had was early on when the game's first begun and they're out there on the golf course and everything. Buddy's got a rifle. And he's shooting at him. I saw that
Terrible.
that was terrible. Which they did a fine job explaining it because the son or whoever was like he never practices, and yeah, if you don't shoot guns often, it is more difficult than you would think. But I saw that
But it's like
propane.
when he pulled the trigger, like the air, like the scope is on them, and he's like
Yeah,
whiffing bad. It's like make it at
they.
least like he looks like he doesn't know what he's doing.
I think the scope should have had more movement to it
Yeah,
because it's
exactly.
also really hard to steady a rifle if you're not used to. If you've never done it, you think I just point, but no, you don't realize how much your breathing impacts it. So make the scope move a little bit more on the camera there, and we buy that he's a terrible shot more. Instead, like you said, they're in the crosshairs and he misses several times. But the biggest thing about that bothered me was when they finally hide underneath that awning or whatever. I saw a propane tank and I'm thinking, why doesn't he shoot the propane tank? And then they use the propane tank to create a smoke screen. It's like, come on, he should have shot that.
Yeah,
Like, you don't, that thing is not moving. It's not running through a field. Shoot the propane tank, blow them up, you win. So that was just one of those things. Like, I was thinking practically if I was trying to hunt these people, which I don't think I ever would, but I'm looking for something to blow up. If I know I can't shoot, I'm looking for a stationary object that is flammable.
yeah, I agree. Another like nitpick that I had was I saw this like several times throughout the film, and I'm sure you did as well. But it's like somebody would get hit in the face or punched, and like there would be no reaction on their face.
Mm.
Like there's no blood, like there's no like bruising. It's like, are you kidding me? And then like Samara, Grace, and Faith, like they're running in the woods a lot. Like they're running through that golf course, they run through the woods, and then they stop for that first time to have their little spilling out or whatever. Like
Hmm.
Catherine Newton's character is not sweating. She ain't sweating no makeup off. Like her hair still looks good. It's like can we dirty her up a little bit? Like can
Yeah,
we make her look a little bit sweaty? Like these are
that's
just
fair.
minor nitpicks. Like I'm just it's just something. It's just stuff I blatantly noticed. They just
No, it's
annoyed
very
me.
fair.
It's like come on, details, people,
I
details.
also didn't understand why they kicked everyone out of the hotel at first when he shows up. Everybody, get your shit and get out. I was like, and then because then he says we're going to the lodge. I'm like, well, why? But then I realized it's on the same property, so I was like, okay, you probably want. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine. I'll let
yeah.
that slide. But I had that as a negative. I was like, why are you kicking these people out of the hotel just to show that this guy's a dick? I'm like, okay, we know that.
Yeah, and my biggest qualm though is just the ending with like the ritual, the marriage, like you were talking about. A little too convenient that you can just ask somebody to get married and just kind of like wait it out, and just start killing people and all that. And I was like, I also saw like where like I'm sure you saw it coming too, where Samara is just going to go rogue whenever they get up there to do their vows. It's like, how do you
Yeah,
not see this coming? Like, how do you not have her restrained until like they say they exchange vows and like all that? Like, how do you not like think
but
2 steps ahead? Because Elijah Wood's character is pretty damn smart
yes,
throughout.
he knows
He
the
knows the
loop. He
rules.
knows the rules.
Yeah,
But also, not only that, like it was just the convenience of uh, I can't remember his name. The guy she ends up marrying, killing Sarah Michelle Gellar's character,
Titus.
Titus. Titus killing Sarah Michelle Gellar's character, which I just said her full name instead of her character name as well. But whatever. Just to give us that there's no rule against killing family. It's
Yeah,
like when he said that, the wheels started to turn. And it's like, so it kind of made it predictable that she was going to kill him.
yeah.
But my also not just that, but just like her being able to step down. I don't think that a deal with Satan is that easy.
No.
I mean,
Once you sell your soul, you're in there.
if it was, then Tommy from Oh Brother Warta, he would have been fine. But no, he was in. But she just like, oh, I denounced my seat at the table and I'm throwing the ring in the pit. Okay, like that's yeah.
I did like yeah, and I'm gonna contradict myself because I did like the ending when she threw the ring in and like they all started fighting and killing each other. Just like whoever can, you know, have the ring last or at the right time. But it's like, why are you able just to step down so easy? Just because
Yeah.
you don't want the power?
That yeah,
It
that
feels
that
like if
part
you
of it.
accept it, like you're just stuck in it until
Yeah.
you die or something.
That
To
part
me,
of
that's
it's
how it
what I
should
meant
be.
because them fighting over it was awesome, and then no one grabbed it, and what happens. Like that was cool, especially Elijah Wood's character hiding behind the desk because he knew what was about. That was funny.
Yeah,
Um, but it's just how we got there is like it's a little too convenient for me.
yeah. That's my qualms too. It's just like stuff's just too convenient, a little too easy. I did think the ending with all that cult stuff, like the hell Satan kind of stuff. I don't know. It just got too extra. It's like I don't know. Maybe it was just trying to be funny because their names were Grace and Faith, and they're like
Yeah,
all of a sudden they're doing the hell Satan stuff or whatever. But I don't know. It just seemed like too much.
yeah. And I thought about another negative that I can't let slide. Samara Weaving's scream. So listen,
She's got a good screen to me.
she's got a good scream when she keeps it under a certain decibel. Once she puts her all into, once she puts her whole ass into the scream and it starts that reverberation, I'm out, dog. It makes me want to cut my ears off and put them in a blender. And I know that is a hot take actually because I've not just you, but I've talked to other people about it. I'm like, oh, she's got a great scream. I don't know what it is, but for me, it's like worse than nails on a chalkboard.
Her,
When her voice starts to like crack and it reverberates when she's screaming, I hate it. I hate it.
yeah, I've seen like the clips on. I'm sure you probably seen them too. The clips online of like her and Mia Goth like saying, "Show us your scream from the movies or whatever." And they both do it. Like they're both really good at it. I don't know whose is better. It just depends, I guess.
If I was stuck in a room with Mia Goth saying James constantly and Samara Weaving screaming constantly, and I had a gun with one bullet, I'd shoot myself.
Yeah, same. It wouldn't even be the Samara screaming; it'd be the James part. The James drove me up a wall in that movie.
James.
It's like I don't know why James didn't just off himself at that point because God, that was terrible. But I'm pretty good at that point. Like I mean, it's a Ready or Not movie. It's basically the same thing as the first one. Not to spoil anything. I think if you like the first one, I don't see how you don't enjoy this one.
Yeah, that's very
maybe.
fair.
I mean, if you just think it's unnecessary, fine. But it's a fun cast. It's a fun movie. It's fun kills, fun action. It's funny, like you've mentioned as well. I mean, the little Asian kid was kind of annoying too with like the stuff he did, just because he's like a grown ass man still playing an iPad and all that. It was, I mean, it wasn't a deal breaker. It was like, grow up. You're my
Well,
representation in this movie, and you're a grown ass man being a weirdo on an iPad.
I'm not gonna lie. When he first got out of the vehicle, I thought he was, you know, I thought he was
Yeah,
like, I thought he
yeah,
was special.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And but then turns out he wasn't. He was just like supposed to be just a douchebag adult kid. I was like, yeah, I agree with you on that. I think
Yeah,
if we're gonna do that, like maybe make him special. I don't
yeah.
know.
I'm with you. Uh, we want to read our letterboxes.
Yeah, might as well. I got mine pulled up.
Hey, after you do yours, I'll read mine. Can you look up the box office
Yeah,
of what it's made?
yeah.
Go ahead.
So I gave it a 3.5, 3.5 stars out of 5. I said it's a fine movie. The comedy is really good. There's some good action and gore, and I didn't feel it was completely unnecessary. I went in feeling like we didn't need a sequel, but I enjoyed it. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Like a lot of these sequels that we've been getting, it's like, come on. This doesn't, they did something new. They took it a different direction, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm not going to read my whole letterbox just because I'm basically just saying the things I've already said. But I'm right there with you. I gave it a 3.5. Like if we reviewed it on the show, I'd probably be in like that 7.5, 7.75 range. I'm not quite to an 8 yet, but maybe on
Yeah.
another rewatch when it's not 10 o'clock at night when I'm watching it. Maybe I am because it's just a fun movie. Like I had a good time with it, and I was curious. Where do they take this? And I thought they did a fine job. I just think they did a little too much with it at the end, but I thought they explained it pretty well. But
Yeah.
before we go, third one. Do you see a third one getting made?
I'm glad you said it because I was gonna say it too. I can see them doing it. I don't know where they take the story. I told you one that was not a good idea, but I could see them greenlighting it because if it's successful, God knows we'll probably get a third. But just by grace and faith both being alive and both escaping again, I can see them giving us a third one. Maybe it's the devil doesn't like that someone disrespected his vows and all that, and he finds someone to where he puts the lawyer in charge of finding someone new and they have to seek vengeance on Grace and Faith. I don't know, but I can
Or
see it.
or what if like they don't even go the satanic route? What if like the lawyer is just pissed that it all fell apart and like it's just personal? Like they could do that route too, but
Yeah.
I just don't see a route they could take that. I mean, we would go see it just for a reaction and content, but I don't know. It's like they beat the cult and then they walked away. It's like it just feels like you're doing too much at that point. But that's just I don't know. I don't see what because then like the only thing you could really do is I mean it's not retconning, but you would just continue on the ending with showing who actually won with the ring. But why would they go after Grace and Faith now? Wouldn't they just want the power to? I mean, I guess they got the power to kill whoever they want to, so I guess they could do that.
or
I don't know. I just
maybe they don't want these two women who know the secrets of who
yeah.
really runs the world out there, and they have to eliminate them. And
But
there is
people already
no
know though. Like the Asian, I'm sorry, I don't have my IMDb pulled up, but the Asian woman said that she got her lawyer to read everything to crack it, so people
well,
know about it.
some people, but like they don't want these people. A lawyer has
Confidentiality.
client confidentiality. You don't want someone that could go to the news media or the media outlets and tell everyone the real inner workings. So could be that.
Yeah, they're gonna have to explain what the fuck happened though.
Yeah. Is the third one, if they're going to keep tickling our nostalgic fancies, then I say we bring in Freddie Prinze Jr.,
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love Hewitt, maybe some Matthew Lillard, some Seth Green even. I don't know why Seth Green, but
Brandy.
that's it. They got to survive 24 hours in a car with Brandy. That's the third movie. Dude, stay with me.
Stay with me now.
We just wrote $1 billion movie.
Yeah, we did.
But you brought up the box office, so movie's been out like 4 days now.
Just bring the rest of the cast from the faculty. Clea Duvall. We can bring fucking Usher. What's Usher doing these days?
You got herpes. That's all I know.
Yeah, treating his herpes. What's the other fella in there? Or not? Jordana Brewster. We can bring her. Josh Hartnett. We can bring them all back. The faculty. We'll just bring all the rest of them.
Jordana now. Box office, it had a budget. Oh wait, actually, that's not a budget. That's opening weekend. It says it did $9.1 million opening weekend. Gross worldwide so far is $11.9 million. Like I said, it's been out 4 days. Let me see if I can find a budget.
I can't imagine the budget being super duper high for this. I mean, it might be, but
well, they used a lot of blood.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue that this movie had was it opened against a fucking juggernaut, Project Hail Mary.
Yeah. So the reported budget is $14 million. The budget for the first movie was $6 million. So they more than doubled the budget. They're on track to get their money back. I mean, $11 million in 4 days. They'll do that, I think, because I think this is a movie that people will go see, and I think they should go see. As we both said, it's a fun. If you want a fun time at the theater, a fun hour and 40 minutes. I think hour and 48 minutes. It's worth it.
And my question is, they always say like you got to double the budget for like marketing and all that. It's like a majority of the marketing today. Like I'm not in the business, so I could be completely wrong. But to me, a lot of the marketing is just, hey, do y'all want to interview Samara and Catherine and put it on TikTok? It's like, how much does that cost these days?
Yeah, but I mean, they still run trailers on TV and they promote,
but not as much though.
They promote tweets and I don't know. I don't watch TV. I'll be honest.
See, that's a question I would like to talk to. Like, if we got Guy Busick back on, maybe he would know, or like a director. We get another like a big, not like an indie director. No disrespect, but we need a director who's working with like a Warner Bros. Or whenever we get Ryan Coogler on pretty soon, we can just ask him about it.
Yeah. Or
he can tell us how he got involved with that.
Once we finally get our Rob Zombie interview.
Yeah, so, I'm down. But he hasn't put out a movie in a recent time though. I mean, he would still know though.
He had the Munsters.
But that was a Netflix movie though, wasn't it?
No, he got a theatrical run.
Oh, okay.
I know that because I asked my Nana if she wanted to go, because I grew up watching the Munsters with her and my papa, and I asked her if she wanted to go, and it didn't work out to where we could, but I do remember it playing in the theater.
I think the movie will make his money back. I mean, I think once everybody gets to me, I don't know. See, I brought that up, but people say, oh, this movie opened against this one, it's not going to do well. But it's like a lot of people will like have these Regal Unlimited, AMC A-list, blah, blah, blah. It's like, there's no excuse you can't go see 2 movies in a week.
There's really
is it going to be? Is it the average person that's really carrying the theater these days? Like, I don't know.
Well,
or the common theater goer. I don't know, the non-member.
I get it. It is expensive to go to the theater if you do concessions, but like
if you don't do concessions, it's not that bad.
Concession. I get a drink at the theater like once every 4 or 5 trips. The rest of the time, I just go watch the movie. I don't, you drink more, you eat more, you're gonna have to go pee and poop during the movie. So
yeah,
I say don't do it. Now,
I've gotten better about that, not getting concessions, just because I get tired of it too. It's like I don't want popcorn because I don't know, popcorn fucks my guts up now. Then I get tired of it. Like I don't want to eat candy all the time. Like, no, I mean, I'm sure Regal has better glizzies, but I got some glizzies at AMC the other night. The things were not good.
Yeah, I might get a hot dog or some nachos if I go, or if I'm really feeling saucy, I'll get some peanut butter M&Ms. But I will say,
hey, elite choice,
elite. Or maybe if I don't do peanut butter M&Ms, I do the Raisinets. I like Raisinets. But I will say, when they had the machine that lets you mix and match the sodas, I got involved with that.
Shout out RC.
Man, Ryan Coogler, he's the coolest guy on the planet. But anyway, I
can't believe the Academy cheated Ryan Coogler out of Best Director. But anyway, we'll move on from that.
Hey, PTA did his thing too, man. Paul Thomas Anderson, we ain't gonna pit 2 bad bitches against each other. They both did their thing. They both deserve to win.
That's fair. Me and Dustin I think we're in this together with our rating. We're pretty similar. We both gave it 3.5 on Letterboxd. And like, I don't think 3.5 is a bad score. Like, it's a fun movie. It's a good time. It's like, I might need to rethink my score because I've given some other stuff a 4 on there. And I think I might like this better than that.
That's a good point, because I rewatched Song Sung Blue yesterday, the Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson movie, and I gave it a 3.5. But I'm like, man, This is just I don't know. It's a movie that just makes you feel good, and then you feel gutted and sad. But I said that's one of those movies that I think could really turn into a comfort movie for me at a 3.5. So there's nothing wrong with a 3.5.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, go see it. We'll definitely be reviewing this movie down the road. I think
Yeah,
it's a good time. I
for
mean,
sure.
it's just fun.
Absolutely.
Nothing to make you think too hard. Nothing. I mean, you can put this movie on in the background. It's one of those movies you can put on in the background, watch for a little bit. Scroll the gram for a few minutes, look back up, and you're right back in it
Still
because
in
you
it.
don't. If you miss something, you're not missing too much, really.
Yep. Good popcorn flip.
Exactly. We appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll be back. I don't know what our next instant will be. Maybe Forbidden Fruits. Maybe I don't know if you're planning to see that.
I'll see it, and then I'm gonna see Faces of Death, and I'll see They Will Kill You. I think that's the next three that I'm a horror
I
movies I'm
can't
gonna go
commit
see.
to all three of those right now, but Forbidden Fruits, I'm going to go see just because I love Victoria Pedretti.
Yeah, yeah, and Lily Reinhardt, she's good.
I don't know much about her. She got a lot of TikTok followers. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's true.
But we appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back as soon as we can. Y'all have a good one.
Good night, Sarah Michelle Gellar.